Robin Richardson. Hola. Back in black.
Yeah, I like your video of the hurricane.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, Alika, grab your mic.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
That thing got like 2,000 views.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like ridiculous. Like that's the most stories, the most views I've ever gotten on a story.
Oh,
with that
really?
stupid thing.
On that one?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was good.
How's the hat placement? Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Little down.
Is it? What?
Little down.
Push it down.
Yeah.
It doesn't go down anymore.
Oh, right there. That's good.
My wife said it was good. Like she liked it.
Yeah. From Jennifer's iPhone to everyone. Good evening. Hi,
Hey,
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Aloha.
Aloha.
Bro, how was your trip? The last time I was here, you went to Italy the next day or something. Oh, bro.
Shit. I
Yeah.
did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like the next day I think you left. But I seen all your pictures and stuff you posted.
geez.
Beautiful out there.
Yeah.
Dang.
Hey, Brittany.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Are these all your friends? Alika?
Who's chatting? Hey, Christine. Who's chatting? We got two chats here. What do you, Robin Richardson? Hi.
Robin. Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
For whatever reason, I have the song from Burger King stuck in my head.
What is it?
At BK, have it your way.
Shit, I haven't heard that in a while. Where'd you hear it?
I don't know. I watch ESPN every
Oh,
morning,
yeah.
so
See, I don't watch
probably-
ESPN. If you need any extra motivation, how would it say? Can beat all calls, so can you. I only have like 20 minutes today, but I will be on here as many Tuesdays as possible with my busy schedule. If you need extra motivation in life, I make extremely aggressive content where I try to reach deep down in your soul to hold you accountable. Mindset of fitness. Who wrote this?
Oh, that was the guy, the Perry from the Powerhouse. Remember?
Kyle Perry.
The fitness guy you were talking to.
Oh yeah, that's right. Colleen Volkman. Destiny A714. Oh, she even put her phone number there.
Let's read it out for everybody.
Oh, it's
Just playing Destiny.
714 anyways. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Yeah, you gotta click. You gotta click on it.
Yeah. Christine Vela. Tracy Stanton. Who's this up here in the top left?
That is.
Romina. Hi, Romina.
Did he say your name right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
I didn't attempt it.
We got. Oh yeah. So we actually need to get a TV monitor
Yeah.
over here because the
Yeah.
camera is over there. So
Oh, it's this one?
yeah. So when
Alright.
when we're looking at the TV screen,
They see the
they
side
just
of
see
our
the
heads.
Yeah.
back of our heads. I mean that's probably my best angle anyway, but the back of my head.
All right.
We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes till liftoff. Remember that amazing stuff that I wrote for the Saturday night meeting?
You mean that
Don't
IG?
say-
That IG? What do you mean?
I wrote it.
You wrote it.
and
IG prepared it though.
yeah.
Yeah. I do remember. What were you about to say? Don't say you don't fucking remember.
Yeah, I was gonna. I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna be
Yeah,
like, no, I don't.
I do remember.
Oh, okay.
You put it through IG, smart IG, and something came out.
Yeah, and it was amazing.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Why did you bring that up?
Oh, because I just still feel like I need something to read.
Like now?
Not right now, but like at the start of the meeting, like a real official meeting.
I think we can bring something up, like a mission statement or something.
Either
Meeting
that,
mission
either that,
statement.
or I'll just like we don't have an intro. Oh, we got a new intro for our podcast, so maybe we do that. We'll do our new intro. See if
Now, until we find a better one.
You talking about like a format or something, Chad?
Yeah.
Like a little format?
yeah, just like a reading because you know like I like to let everybody know that the Recover Out Loud meeting is not anonymous.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and if you're on Zoom, you're also being streamed live on YouTube.
Yeah.
And people do
Yes,
actually.
Romina. Oh, she said, "Oh." I heard her mouth. Oh, yeah, yeah. You're live, Romina. Everyone here is live right now on YouTube, just so everyone knows.
Got like 1 million people on YouTube right now.
Yeah,
Hi, Tracy. At some point, there will be a million people
for
on
sure.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Watching. That's,
I
gonna,
don't
that's,
doubt it. Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, probably in the next year. That's what I'm giving it. 1 year. That's it.
And then you're quitting.
No,
Oh, okay.
fuck that.
Oh,
If I prime you into my dead hands, bro, I'll be dead in the chair. Oh. I'm not going anywhere.
okay.
No, it's in my will. I'm gonna be buried right underneath this floor. Oh yeah.
Who did?
Tracy.
Hey,
Hi,
Trace.
Tracy.
Tracy.
Jay Sanchez, Brian, Destiny, Betty Joe, Robin, Marianne, Christina.
Who's the guy with the cool thing in the background?
This guy right here.
Yeah.
That's
Kyle.
That's Kyle.
Yeah. Online fitness instructor, I believe.
1,178 days sober today. Thanks, Chad, and Hope by the Sea.
Oh, nice. 1,000. So that's like what?
So-
Over 3 years. That's almost 4 years, I think.
It's a long time.
No, 4 times 3 is 12. So it's like 3.
All right, it's about
Some-
that time, fellas.
2 years.
It's about, oh, okay.
All right.
All right. It's sick.
About to get all the copyright.
There we go. Yeah, we're gonna get sued
That's-
here pretty quick.
Did you guys see that? That's our new
That's the new.
that's our new podcast intro.
Yeah.
We were just practicing because every time we have a podcast and a new guest, we sometime during the first 5 minutes hit that button
Yeah.
and then we hit it again.
It's good podcast music. Who came up with that?
I don't
he
know.
did.
He just like pushed. I think
man.
it's just a random thing that's already on our
Yeah.
on our board. But we were like, we wanted to do something different because it's always been like, Michelangelo, are we live? That's what we've done. But if you look
Yeah.
behind you, look at how many podcasts we've done.
I know. I've seen them. I've been following you guys ever since you started.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I love it.
Oh, you know, when I was here, you guys wasn't doing this yet, so I got to sign the
yeah,
board.
you have to
Oh,
sign
nice.
the
Yeah,
board
I just thought
tonight.
about it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
well, yeah.
Good.
We'll
Good.
put that out. Thank goodness. Yeah, we didn't have that board for the first there's probably still like 20 people that haven't signed
Yeah.
the board.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, welcome to the Tuesday night 6 p.m. Recover Out Loud meeting. This is not an anonymous meeting. It is a Recover Out Loud meeting.
Yeah.
We do stream this live on YouTube, so if you share, it is seen.
Forever.
It's forever on
Forever.
the internet,
It's
on
forever.
our YouTube page.
Yeah.
But we do this meeting because we think it's important to recover out loud. We believe that we no longer really need to be anonymous. Everybody knows that 12-step programs work.
Yeah.
The Recover Out Loud meeting is not to replace whatever you do to stay clean and
No,
sober on
it's
a
not.
daily basis. It's what do you call it?
Add on. This is an add on.
Yeah, this is an add-on.
Yeah.
This is like an extra.
Yeah.
It's like that you know when you get the corner piece of a cake.
Yeah.
Like
two
I like
sides.
that piece like in the corner.
No, I know. With
It's got a
icing
lot
on
of
the side.
Mhm.
Yeah. Both sides have icing.
You got the
Yeah,
you get the
double-sided icing.
extra frosting.
Yeah.
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 I'm a
Yeah, I was about to say it. I was about to say
I'm a
it.
fat kid by heart. like,
Oh, we were just having a fat talk.
yeah, for real. Like
Yeah.
you guys don't even know.
You're right. You were smart to put the air on because I'm sweating.
I'm already sweating
I'm already
too. Like what the
sweating.
hell
It's
is
at
the air
71 and I'm
off?
hot. I gotta
Why does this happen? Are you nervous? Do you get nervous? Yeah, I think that somebody set that thing to turn off at 6 o'clock because the company closes at 6, but we're still here podcasting. So
But yeah, I like that this meeting is to add on to whatever you're doing.
yeah,
That's very attractive too, you know?
yeah,
And I love the recover out loud.
yeah.
I love it, bro.
I mean, you guys been recovering out loud for quite some time.
Yeah.
you know, that's how I found you.
Yeah.
I found you all when we first started the podcast.
Yeah.
and I was just scrolling through
Yeah.
because I hadn't been like really on Instagram hardly at all until
No.
we started the Hopeaholics page. I think I had my personal page was private. I had 67 followers.
Yeah.
I knew them all personally. They were all loved ones. And I really wasn't into anything. I was just putting my head down, working, doing my thing. And then my son died. I mean, not my son. Oof.
Your son-in-law, right?
My son-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that story.
It's a bad
Heavy.
day. Yeah.
I lost a friend not Tuesday, but
Yeah.
Tuesday prior.
I saw all of
Yeah,
that.
it was one of my really good friends. I was actually a sponsor too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Sorry
I'll
about
talk about that when I share and everything too.
Yeah. So, so the other part of this meeting is that all are welcome. This isn't just for addicts and alcoholics. This is for family members of addicts and alcoholics. This is for people who have lost loved ones to the disease or to fentanyl. This is to bring awareness to fentanyl. You don't have any mental health issues, you're welcome. You don't even have to be sober to come to this meeting.
No.
Just come.
Yeah.
If you have, anybody is welcome.
Anything.
Everyone is welcome.
Yeah. We want
Because-
powerful people too to share their strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What brings us all together in this meeting is pain, right?
Yeah.
We've
Right.
all, and everybody in the world has suffered some pain. But us addicts get to go to meetings all the time and talk about it, and we get to heal. And I wanted to create a Zoom meeting where everybody could come and heal.
Yeah.
You know. Anyways, tonight. Do you want to do the introduction?
The Hawaiian Thunder.
No, the Hawaiian Lion.
The Hawaiian Lion.
Hawaiian Lion.
That's
Did you
right.
like
the,
that?
Hawaiian- the Hawaiian Lion. You're right.
Oh, that was a
The
good
Hawaiian
one.
Lion.
Because I never heard that one before. That's a good one. I heard
Yeah.
of the flying Hawaiian, but the Hawaiian Lion.
We paused.
I like
You heard
that.
the big
I mean, we
pause.
were
There's
like-
a
I heard the big pause.
I
Yeah.
couldn't come up with anything,
Yeah.
and I'm like, because
Lion,
it's got
the
a
mane.
rhyme, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if it's Hawaiian,
Yeah, Hawaiian Lion.
Hawaiian
Oh,
Lion.
I like that.
Yeah.
I just got a lion tattooed on me too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Anyways, go. You want to do the introduction?
We just did.
Oh, that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Alika.
All right. Well, we got Alika in the
Yeah,
house
baby.
tonight, and he's gonna
Powerful.
share. He's gonna share for about 20-25 minutes, so right around the 6:30 mark ish.
Okay.
And then we'll open it up to sharing for everybody that's on the Zoom.
Yeah.
Excited to have y'all. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming.
Yeah,
I'm
Alika, you're
excited
up.
to be here, bro. So, okay, my name is Alika. I identify as a sober alcoholic and drug addict. I like to give God glory, everybody in the room's the credit for where I'm at today in my life. So I'm originally from the state of Hawaii. I'm from the Big Island. And for me, my parents, both of them, were not drug addicts, were not alcoholics. My parents stayed married till my mom died 2 years ago. She died from cancer. And so growing up in Hawaii, you know, I don't know if anybody that's on this meeting ever been to Hawaii, but over here, yeah, I keep looking at the screen. I keep looking.
Watch
this
them
way.
in the mirror.
Yeah, this
Watch
way.
them in the
Any-
mirror too.
Oh, yeah, I see them in the mirror over there.
Yeah.
But if you've ever been to Hawaii, so growing up in the state of Hawaii, alcohol is part of the culture in the state of Hawaii. It's like drinking water. You know, nothing necessarily wrong with it. And so I grew up that way. I played every sport you can think of. My dad put me in every sport to teach me discipline, other things other than just keeping my body in shape. But then once I learned how to surf, that was it. I didn't do nothing else. I surfed and I paddled canoe. I competed for like 6 years in canoe regattas. And, you know, I don't got my mom left when I was 5 and my parents got divorced and stuff. And, you know, like I don't have those reasons as to why I turned out the way I did. You know, the reason why I turned out the way I did, honestly, because I knew everything, really. I know. My pride and my arrogance. So, you know, in the big book, it talks about how men and women drink essentially for the effect produced by alcohol. But I didn't know what it was like to be drunk before I drank. I didn't know what it was like to get high before I did drugs. So initially, what led me into using drugs and alcohol was naturally. So like in the state of Hawaii, I come from a gigantic family. Hispanic people can relate to me on this one. But on my dad's side of the family alone, I have over 2,000 family members, just my dad's side. My mom's side was a lot, but we lived on the Big Island. That's where my dad is from. My mom's family was on Oahu. And on my dad's side of the family, over 2,000 family members, all of them extroverts, except me and my older cousin Kiahi. We're the only two introverts. Naturally, I'm introverted. I'm still introverted to this day. And I had to learn to be like how I am today. I had to learn. It was very, very uncomfortable. And so my mind told me something at a young age because like I was introverted. I was quiet, reserved to myself. If you don't talk to me, I'm not gonna talk to you, kind of thing. And so my mind told me, hey, bro, because you're like that, something's wrong with you. Because you're not like your other 2,000 family members. And I said, oh my gosh, you're absolutely right. The secular world calls that a cognitive distortion, believing something to be true with very little or no evidence to back it up, basically. And so I believed one lie about myself to be true. And that started me off on this road because what I started to do was I started to look at all the people I was around, the people that I looked up to, the people that I admired, I respected. You know, some of these guys, they look like Chad, honestly. They're all jacked. And, you know, people in Hawaii, we either look like The Rock or you look like consumer wrestler. Like, we're big people, you know. And these guys that could fight and get all the chicks and, you know, that could surf and all this stuff. And I was looking to those guys, to what they do. And all of them drank, of course. Not all of them did this, but the ones I really respected and looked up to, they all did drugs. So that's what I started to do. I just, you know, I was a big time follower, you know, because I thought something was wrong with me. So what I decided to do was go out and go look, what is these guys doing? Because what I really wanted to do was fit in. I wanted to be part of. I didn't want to be left out because I thought something was wrong with me. So initially, that's how it started. And then I was 13, I started drinking alcohol. I was 15 when I started doing drugs. By the time I was 19 years old, I crossed the line into full-blown drug addict, alcoholic, and I didn't even know it, and I honestly didn't even care. When I started drinking and using drugs, the guys I was partying with was like old enough to be like my parents, my dad, my uncles. Like they were way up here. They've been doing this for years already. So I had to catch up to them real quick. So by the time I was 21, it was normal to be drinking and doing drugs for days. You know, it was normal. I was like, hey, everybody does this, right? Don't you guys do this on the weekends? It just became normal to me. Something I didn't know then that I know now, because I work in the treatment world as a group facilitator. Something in college I learned was something in the brain that happens to us called neuroplasticity. It's basically by the day we're born to the day we're addicted, our brain operates the way that it's supposed to. Now, by the day we become addicted, it rewires itself to operate more normally when the drug or the drink is in our system than when it's not. There were many times I felt so uncomfortable in between drinking and using, you know, and I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. You know, the spiritual side I learned in my 12-step program was it's the obsession of the mind. But my midbrain was overtaken by addiction, and the midbrain's solely concerned with our survival. That's it. It don't care about nothing else. It doesn't think. It doesn't make decisions. All it cares about is to keep us alive within the next 10, 15 seconds, 10, 15 seconds. I didn't know this back then, but I do know this now. And, you know, when you start drinking and using against your will, it's no longer a party. The party is over. One of the worst aspects of my addiction was even when I didn't want it, I had to have it. And it didn't matter where I was. I've been an entrepreneur a long time. I could be in different states. I could be traveling. If the thought drops in my mind, I cannot shake it. I got to make up an excuse to get out of whatever I'm doing, sitting with clients, with family, whatever it is, birthday parties. I got to go make up some big lie because I need to go get high. And it doesn't matter where I was in the planet. Like if the thought of doing drugs came to my mind, I'll go to the bar and I know who got it. You know what I mean? I just know. I just go approach the guy at the bar, you know, and I could just tell. I always found it. I never really can think of a time where I went out and I didn't find what I really wanted. You know, I always would find it. And I did whatever I had to do, you know, either knock on a door or knock down a door, you know, kind of thing. And I started to develop this certain way of thinking and these certain behaviors in my early 20s. I got much better at lying. I got much better at manipulating and getting things that I wanted. Back when I was a kid, I actually learned how to lie. A lot of people think, oh, because you're drug addict and alcoholic, you guys learn how to lie all of a sudden. No. I learned how to lie at a really young age. Like one of my kids, my son, he's 3. I learned to lie at his age to avoid a negative consequence. If I could tell, oh no, Ma, it wasn't me, it was Sis, was Dane, wasn't me, then I get to avoid the negative consequence. So I was like, oh, I like this. So I got really better at it. Like I got a master's degree in deception and a doctorate in manipulation, I like to say. But since I got sober, I have retired that. Sometimes those character defects of mine will pop back out. And in this process, developing these certain ways of thinking, always getting what I wanted, become very selfish, self-centered, self-seeking, self-reliant. Everything was about me. I couldn't figure this out, Chad and Shane. I couldn't figure this out. Why I could not hang on to a woman to save my life. Hey, trust me, my body used to look like Chad's, once upon a time. Like I would attract women based off my physical appearance. Once they got to know me, these chicks running for the hills. It didn't matter how good I look, how much money I had, what I did I spend the money on them, and how good the sex was and all this stuff. I found out, it took me 33 years, if a woman is mistreated consistently, she is not going to stick around. That's a very, very long lesson to learn. Because I only had the capacity to think about myself. So I remember thinking, okay, Big Island is the problem now. I got to get out of the Big Island. It's not the drugs, it's not the alcohol, it's the Big Island. I got to move to Oahu. So I got on job working as a valet in Oahu. And I was working in the beginning of Waikiki on Kalakaua. It's the Trump people, it's not a hotel technically, people live there. And so I get a job there as a valet. I'm doing good at this point. I'm like mid-20s by this time. And, I'm patting myself on the back because I'm not doing drugs. It's been like, 10 days. So yeah. I never met anybody yet. That's why I wasn't doing drugs yet. I was still drinking though. And, at this time, I was doing good. See, when I was at work, like I was a good worker. Like these people really liked me when I was actually showed up and I was working. Because I called off so much times, all kind of excuses. My grandma died, and my son got into a car accident on the Big Island. I got to fly back home. Oh, the same grandma died again, and all kind crazy excuses. And then I remember one time, I have no idea to this day. I don't know why. So I worked through to 11. I got off at 11. I had the cocaine in my car already. I was blasting lines of cocaine in my car, party all night. And then the next day, 3 p.m. rolls around again. For some odd reason, I decided to go to work, thinking it's a good idea to go to work all tweaking and just sweating, look like I had a water hose on me constantly. And like, I'm not making sense. I'm like, everybody know I'm high and I'm tweaking out. And I was getting my drugs from the bellman who worked at the hotel too. So everybody know it wasn't a secret. And I was straight tweaking. I couldn't keep still. I wasn't making sense. And when I'm too much cocaine, I cannot feel nothing. Like I couldn't get mad. I couldn't laugh. I couldn't even talk when I had too much cocaine in my body. And so it never really hit me until the next day, Shane, when I had to come back to work. Then I had to come back to work, and then everybody in the front of the hotel, all the bellmen, my other employees, they all laughing at me as I'm walking up. I can see them, and now I feel everything. I was so mad. But the thing is, I was so pissed off at them for something I did. They didn't do this to me. I did this to me, And then so about 2 weeks go by, the same thing, party again. I'm like, okay, I'm not calling off. I mean, I'm not going to show up this time. I'm going to just call off. So I made up this is what I did. So I was in a parking garage about 2 blocks away from my work. And what I decided to do was punch myself in the face as hard as I could, as long as I could, until my eye was swollen. Got my phone, took a picture, boom, sent it to my boss, made up some excuse about what happened, because I know for sure I cannot go to work with one eye closed. I know that for sure. So I knew for sure I'll get out of it, and they kind of say nothing. They couldn't fire me for it. But eventually, after too much lies, it all caught up. They eventually let me go, And then what happened from that point, I jumped back in business with my parents, was in the financial services industry. I got really, really good at it, started making a few bucks. I learned how to make passive income, which I really liked, but it was very dangerous for me because, whether you're there or not, the income keeps coming in. My dad started giving me books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, learn about the cash flow quadrant, 4 ways to earn income. All this stuff. I started learning stuff in business, and I would apply them because it benefited me. That's why. I was helping people and stuff. I was building a team, getting people licensed, anybody closed business, making money too, and started traveling to like Puerto Rico and the Bahamas and other states. And, so nobody at that time would look at my life and say, drug addict, alcoholic. No, because why? Social acceptability. Check out the bank account. I was just in Puerto Rico last week. Look at this. Last month I was here. I was doing this. So, it helped keep me in denial, that I had a problem. And so kind of fast forward the tape, my mom, she got cancer again. My mom was the back end of the business. It's like a bucket, me and my dad, the rest of our team putting a bunch of water in it, but there's like a hole in the bottom. When my mom not there, it's like all the business keeps leaking out. So we sold the business. I was in California now, came here. I had no ties to Hawaii. My team, everybody is gone, nothing to keep me there. And I asked my sister if I could stay with her up here. And she said, yeah. My brother and sister have been living in California for like 25 plus years at this time. So they were not in Hawaii to see me go through all my trips and all this kind of stuff. And I think it took 2 months for me, all my ways of thinking to catch up to me, where I'm starting to lie a lot more to my sister. I was getting my dope from Victorville. I was living in Rancho Cucamonga at the time, at my sister's house. I had a friend of mine I grew up with on the Big Island. He's the only black kid that knew how to surf, but originally he was from Victorville though. And so I meet up with him. I haven't seen him since we graduated high school. First question I asked him was, "Hey, bro, you know anybody get yayo?" The first thing I said, "Hey, how you been?" No, it's the first question I asked him. And he said, "Yeah, bro, he actually did." So I started driving up there. And then, so long story short, I was supposed to go to work. First day of work, call off, made up some crazy excuse about why I cannot work. And I got to go back to Hawaii. And I'm on my way to the airport right now. I'm actually driving there right now, but I was driving to Victorville. And I don't know if you guys remember this. This was in like 2016. It was the end of 16 where the storm was so bad, the 15 freeway like broke up there. So, I mean, it was flooding, had cars, the water full. I'm like, nothing stopped me, man, for getting high. I mean, whatever, you know, I mean, so I try to go back home. I'm supposed to be home at 8 o'clock because that's what time I'm supposed to be home from work. I get home at like 2 a.m. And keep in mind, I sold my brand new iPhone to go get my last 8 ball of cocaine. So my sister trying to call me, she's not getting a hold of me. I didn't know all this stuff, but she called my job. She found out I called out all this stuff. I get home, she goes, "Where were you?" "Oh, sis, I got mugged, sis. I just made gimps." Where? The Denny's down the road." "Okay, get in the car, take me to the Denny's." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh." So we go into Denny's, got a big TV like this, and get people walking in now. I was like, "Oh, brah, I'm not gonna be on this film right here." And then eventually I come clean and say, "No, sis, I was lying." "Okay, where were you?" "I was with this chick." "Where?" "In Upland." "Okay, take me to her house." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "Okay." I just point to some random house. And then she goes, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes to go to the house, go knock on the door. I was like, "Oh, okay, no, I was lying." So it was about 2 or 3 days later where the truth finally came out of me. Because my mind told me, bro, if people, because my drug use, I kept a secret from my immediate family for 2 decades. Like, you have to be good in lying. They all knew I drank alcoholically. So my mind told me, bro, if people find your secret out, bro, if they find out you've been doing drugs all these years, bro, they're not gonna like you. They won't hang around with you. They're gonna think of you differently. You know, they're gonna disown you. Your family not gonna love you, bro. You just keep it a secret. Keep it a secret. I said, yeah, good idea. And so, you know, my secret finally came from the dark into the light. It's kind of like when you walk, like in this room right there, when you guys first come in the room when it's dark, or anybody who's at this meeting, if you walk into a dark room and you notice when you go into a dark room and you turn the light on, anybody notice how the darkness never fights with the light to stay dark? It's instantly, it's gone. And that's exactly how I felt. Everything my mind told me was going to happen, none of it happened, you know? And immediately my brother helped me get insurance. I tried to get into treatment. I, you know, when I got to bed, call tomorrow. I should have called you. Call tomorrow. And I got impatient. 2 weeks went by, and I was like, bro, I got to figure something out because I don't know what's going to happen to me. So I remember people get sober in these 12-step things. And I was like, oh, okay. So I looked up a meeting. There was one down the road. I got dropped off at my first meeting on February 17, 2017. And it was a noon meeting at the Valley Alano Club in Rancho Cucamonga, identified as a newcomer. After the meeting was over, the big black guy, there's like 10 newcomers, big black guy beelines it right to me. He shook my hand. He bought me my big book that I still got to this day. He gave me his phone number and he said, here, call this guy. And then that guy became my sponsor 4 days later, and he's still my sponsor. And I started to work steps. One of the first things that was probably the most difficult thing I've ever done, honestly, in my life, hands down, single hardest thing I've ever done in my life, was be honest with myself. Because you lie to yourself. I had to lie to myself just to live with myself all these years, all the things I was doing, all the people I was hurting, all the damage I was causing. And that was difficult. I had to learn how to tell the truth. When I told the truth, it sounded like I was lying. It looked like I was lying. It felt like I was lying. It was awkward telling the truth. Like, I would lie to you about what I ate for breakfast today. Like, you know, I don't even have to lie to avoid a negative consequence, but it was just a habit. I just kept lying and lying and lying. And that one, once I learned that I felt a little bit of freedom from that. So I'm going to kind of go through the process real quick with my steps. So that first step, no problem. Admitting it, yeah, no problem. See, I was admitting I was a drug addict. Alcoholic, not really. You know, I had some reservations, lack of honesty with myself at that time. So I relapsed a bunch of times off alcohol. I think it was like 4 times. And then my own experiences had to show me that, yeah, bro, you cannot drink like other people. You cannot. That phenomenon of craving sets off in you that doesn't set off in the average tempered drinker. But I had to just make sure. I had to be sure. 4 times I had to be sure that these guys were telling me the truth. But the thing about that, because see, I'm a good liar. I kept my 4 relapses a secret from everybody for 2 years. Until nobody. Not my sponsor, not my wife, nobody. And then, I was just so good at just tucking away all these lies. And so I can live with myself in the back of my head and don't think about it. And one day I was at a meeting, it was one night. This lady said something that triggered it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I lied all that time. So I immediately, actually, it was on a Zoom meeting. I got off the meeting. I told my wife, and she was like, "Oh no," she's panicking. I was like, "Oh no, babe, it was like 2 years ago. I didn't meet you yet." And then I called my sponsor, and he didn't bash me or nothing. He understood. He did kind of the same thing. Like he talked me through it and everything. And then that second step, came to believe. It's not believe, but came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. I had a conception of God. I started going to church when I was 15. So I had a conception of God. That one wasn't a big struggle for me. Everybody I've ever talked to who struggled in the step work, all of them said they struggled in the 4th step. I didn't. Where I struggled was that 3rd step. That 3rd step was so hard for me because I'm a control freak. I'm not turning my life, my will over to anything, not even the God that created me, nothing. I rather know the outcome, even if it's negative, than not know it all, And so what helped me complete the 3rd step was something I like to call the love drug. That love drug is just as bad as fentanyl, man. The love drug will kill you too. And so, my whole life, my whole adult life, since I was 15, I always wanted to be married and I always wanted to have kids. I had a big problem though. I can only think about myself. So I was having sex with every woman that was willing to have sex with me my whole life, searching for Mrs. Right. And so I'm in California. I was in a sober living my first year in Fontana. And bro, I had like 4 or 5 dating apps on my phone. I had all kind of girls coming into my sober living. Bro, I was screwing all these girls in the garage. I was too afraid to bring them in the house. And then eventually I'll build up the courage late at night, sneak them in the house. Some of them would sleep over. And it was suggested not to do that. And I understood why. But I did it anyway because I'm very defiant. I get bold resistance against authority. And so what the final nail in the coffin was this one Mexican girl. I call my sponsor, like, boo hoo hoo. Okay, she did it again. So everything I was doing to women my whole life came back around to visit me now. But the difference this time is I'm sober. I can feel everything now. So feeling all of that pain, all that heartache, literally brought me to my knees in my sober living. Throw my hands up. Okay, God, everybody talk about their way not working. They have to do somebody else's way. Okay, I was genuine about it. I was authentic. I said, okay, God, I'm going to turn my life and my will over to you. Now, I can't do it anymore. I can give it over to you. I'm not exaggerating. It was days later I met my wife. She came into my life. It's amazing. The first time I don't look for her, she falls into my lap. And then I reached that 4th step. I was excited about that 4th step. That 4th step, sum it up, that 4th step, it freed me. It freed me from me because I had a victim mentality way before I even knew what drugs and alcohol was. Way before I knew drugs and alcohol was. So I was dealing with resentments. So resentments, fears, and then the sex inventory. I was a victim in my mind. So the resentments, no problem. My hand couldn't stop moving, all these resentments I had. And then, you get to that last part. What was your part in it? It's like, part in this, bro. And then my sponsor taught me whether it's 1% or 99%, you had a part to play in all your resentments. And he was telling me the truth. I found out for myself. And so, I get through all of that. I get through the entire 4th step. And there was a revelation that happened to me. Like I was in bondage. I was in chains. As soon as I completed that 4th step, boom, these chains, it broke off of me. I was no longer a victim. I had proof on paper in my own handwriting. After I completed that step, I stopped cutting myself and blaming the knife already. I took responsibility for where I was. And amazing when that happens, how my life started to progress in a positive way. Then in the 5th step, I gave all my secrets away, all of them. I literally have 0 secrets that I'm going to go to the grave with. None of them. None. And those steps are designed to where we get rid of all that stuff and we don't acquire more skeletons in our closet. And then 6 and 7, readying myself, humbly asking God to remove it. Just because I ask him to doesn't mean he's going to remove them all. He left control, patience there for me. 8, made a list of people I've harmed. 9, made direct amends to them. I still have people to this day that hate my guts. Even though, like you guys know me as sober me now and all this stuff. I wasn't always this person. But the 9th step was designed for me to go and clean up my side of the street. Because there was people on my list that hurt me too or hurt me back. But my job wasn't to go point out, hey, Chad, remember you did this? And, no, it's just so to clean up my side of the street. Go through everything that I did, anything that I missed. No, okay, what can I do to make this right? Boom. And then whatever they say, okay, you owe me money. No, you're good. Or I hate you. Get out of here. Whatever it is, I clean up my side of the street. Continue to take personal inventory. When I was wrong, promptly admitted it. 11, stay connected to God. 12, carry this message to somebody else. My sponsor taught me a 10, 11, 12 step will prevent a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the maintenance part of the program, and one of the principles of recovery that was taught to me was being of service to other people. And I took that, and I'm a doer, so I took that concept on August 19th of 2020. I started, it was just a page on Instagram initially, and I named it Pro Recovery Power. And then I turned it into a nonprofit organization to help people like me, basically. Because I was thinking, this is the thought that dropped in my mind. What about the people struggling right now that's locked in their house that are all alcoholics and drug addicts? Yeah. What about them? They don't got the same resources I did when I got sober. So, I started thinking about them. And, long after I leave this earth, this will continue to the message of hope will continue to be carried through my kids. I recently started an LLC, a group facilitating business. My dad is an entrepreneur, so I'm naturally an entrepreneur like him. So, eventually I'll have other businesses. Next year, I'm planning to open up a sober living, eventually a treatment center after that too. And then that way I can pass down some generational blessings, not generational curses, to my kids. And then because I learned that you can reverse the curse, but then there's something I got to do. I'm not going to rely on God to do every single thing, you know what I mean, for me. Because God does for me what I cannot do for myself. God's not going to do for me what I can do, so, but that's pretty much it, and then I'm married today. I get 2 kids. I get 3 boys, actually. One is almost 18. He lives in Hawaii. I get my 2 younger kids. Today was actually Angel. He's going to be 3 in September. It was his first day of preschool today.
Nice.
Yeah. And then my other baby Chief, he just turned 1 on July 26th. We had his birthday party on the 29th, but, life today is so much different. Recovery was designed to transform us into different human beings, period. And a byproduct of that is we stay sober. So thank you for letting me share.
Awesome, man. Thanks for sharing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fluid.
Hey, what's up, Father Dave? I see you up there, bro.
Seems like you've told that story before.
Yes.
I love it though, and I don't know if people really realize, and this isn't, it's not a 12-step meeting, but the 12 steps are so effing amazing that I think that anybody in the world should do them. Everybody should do them. Because it's just about cleaning house and learning how to live in a different way, and getting out of the victim mentality,
big time,
and realizing your part in every situation in life, So I think it's amazing. The 12 steps are the program. Any meetings you go to are the fellowship.
Yeah.
And then being of service. You're being of service right now, whether it's to, whether it's just to the Hopeaholics podcast. You're being of service to all these people that are attending the meeting, and that's how we stay sober. That is truly how we stay sober and get to live these lives. For me, I wasn't supposed to be doing this. This wasn't like.
No, I agree. This was a curveball. It was a crazy fucking curveball, bro.
Crazy curveball.
It was a crazy fucking curveball. But look what's happening. Look what we've attracted here.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. It's 110 days, and look at the shit that we've done. And people just don't know yet.
Wait, it's only been
120 days, bro.
I don't know. Who's counting?
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
though.
it's
The impact you guys have
amazing,
made
man. It's
in the
incredible.
recovery community already.
Yeah.
That short amount of time. Yeah,
Yeah.
1 year, bro. Yeah.
Well, I put
Yeah.
both of us, Shane and myself, we put our heart and soul into this, into the Hopeaholics. I have a whole nother career that I am a veteran at, and I've been doing it for 20 plus years, 22 years, and this is not just a toy to me. This is a mission. I have friends that are on this podcast right now that lost their child.
Yeah.
And, I'm not going to sit around and not be a loud voice for people that either don't have a voice anymore because they're no longer with us, or for the family members that are in so much pain, it's hard for them to get out and do what we're doing right now, you know, and we need to force change at the highest level. Well, anyways, I want to move on to because I'm tired of hearing my voice. I love this part of the meeting. It's my favorite part. If you want to share, raise your virtual hand. If nobody raises their virtual hand, we just start picking on people.
Yeah.
We just start calling you out. What else, Shane? What am I missing? Oh yeah, we have rules.
Yeah.
And I know everybody likes to break rules.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
We don't care about that, but the 3 minutes is the 3 fucking minutes. I'm going to get rude.
Huh, you're not there's
I'm joking.
okay, so
I'll have to go 9 minutes.
At the
then I get
3-minute
going.
mark, you will hear this.
At the 6-minute mark, you will hear me.
At the when you hear that, you have about a minute to wrap it up, a minute or less to wrap it up, and we'll move on to the next person.
Nice.
If you go longer than 4, if we push it twice, we're just gonna hit the mute button. Please don't take offense to it. It says this so as many people as possible can share. Bring whatever you want to the table. Bring pain. Bring love. Bring sadness. Bring how you made it through it all. Whatever you want, you can share about whatever you want on this meeting. All right, it's open for sharing.
We got this lady right here.
Yep.
What's her name?
Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Michelle got her hand raised.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Michelle and I'm an alcoholic and an addict. And I wanted to say thank you guys so very much for having this, because since you started, I've been on it every time. And I just get excited to come on. So thank you for that. I just want to touch base because I was doing homework right now to become a nurse. And I got really distracted when I heard your share. And I want to say thank you because it kind of reminded me, brought me back. I'm going to try to say as quickly as possible. I'm now going to be 3 years sober soon. And it's good to hear some of the stuff coming back where I have to think backwards a little bit. Go, yeah, this is where I started. 12 years old, I was drinking, and then 16, I graduated to like meth, and then I had an overdose, and then I got seizures now, and I have to medication to go to the state for it, and then 20 years old, I'm a full-on dealer, and I'm going from here to there and all this stuff, and got into cocaine and all that. And so you kind of brought me a lot back to where I kind of started. And then with the hotel, I was doing hotels. I was a front desk agent for about 5 or 6 years, and it was the insanity, You have a restaurant with a Hilton, and you're like, oh, it's break time. Let me just go on over there and just take a drink. Ain't nobody gonna know, I have to go to the bathroom. No one's gonna know, and damn well they knew. Excuse my language. So the lie after lie of why I can't come to work, being in the parking lot, and I'm calling work, and I'm just like, oh, I can't make it, because I'm hungover from the night before, from adventure from the day before, So you brought that back to me. I said, dang, wow, where I've come from so far is just crazy, And it's funny because my brother at one point too, my older brother actually, and he just celebrated 1 year sober. And like you said, just by what you're doing is you just kind of recover out loud. So he just saw me and kind of followed, which was really cool. He told me that last night when he spoke. But he would call me too. He's like, where are you? What are you doing? You need to come home. Your kids are here, And he would go to these people's houses and knock on the door and go, where's my sister? And they'd be like, oh, she's right there, because they're afraid of him. And I'm like, no, I'm making a deal right now. I did experience my first heartbreak sober, and that really sucked. But you know what? I have a lot to work on myself too as well. And so I try to do the steps every year. This time I'm doing through NA. I also just got into sloth because I want to try something a little different. Maybe there's something within me that I need to change. So I want to do that as a new journey. And then real quick, the first time I came on here with you guys, my baby daddy was still using, and you guys had told me to keep praying for him, and I did, and he is now almost 2 months sober. So thank you very much, and I appreciate
Nice.
it. Bye, guys.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That is
Thank you for
awesome.
sharing.
All right, who's next? Who's got their hand up? If not, Alika's gonna call on you. I'm gonna let him be the
Okay.
What do you call it?
Okay, Father Dave, I see you over there. NY Dave. That guy right there.
All right.
I'm mute. My name's Dave. I'm an alcoholic and an addict.
Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Appreciate you guys doing this. And what's up, brother Alika? My sober date is 4/16/94. That's through God's
Wow,
grace. You
94.
people in the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. And I got to go into the city yesterday, hang out with brother Mike for fentanyl awareness, and then over the weekend I got to go up to Connecticut hang out with a bunch of other sober people because that's what I do. I reach out to him when it needs to be there, you know, and when I'm called upon, I go. And that's what I believe it's all about because Alika says it all the time, you know, the opposite of addiction is connection, man. And I appreciate you guys connecting in this way. So stay blessed.
Thanks, Brother Dave.
Thanks, Father Dave. Appreciate you, bro. He's gonna come out to California to live out here soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Can we pick somebody else?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's shy tonight. Let's go, guys. Come on.
Carlene, you want to share?
Oh, yeah.
One over here. That one.
That one?
There's two of them.
That one? Carly? Is that the one you
Carly.
want?
Yeah. Oh,
Hi.
yes. I'm sorry. Yes.
I didn't get to hear any of his share, so I didn't.
It's all
I
good.
guess I'm Carly. I'm an addict.
Hey, Carly.
Why'd you call me? I wasn't ready for this.
That's why.
That's God.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. My clean date is January 4th, 2021. I work at Hope as a medical assistant. My story is I did meth for 19 years and I was a drug dealer for 13 years. And then I was an escort for 6 of the last years. I went through a really bad breakup and I decided to get my life together and get clean. Getting clean and sober, like that's been the really cool journey. Like I didn't ever get to be an adult because like a grown up, I guess you could say, because I was just using since I was 14 years old. But man, I was not ready to share right now. Hold on, I gotta breathe.
You're doing great.
No, I'm really nervous. You don't make me nervous.
Oh, no.
I'm like in my sports bra. I was not ready to be called on. And okay. But all right. So getting clean, like that's been the adventure for me because I've never got to experience life as an adult clean and sober. Like I've hands down the steps will save your life. Like those in treatment or those who have not done their steps, I swear to your steps are gonna save your freaking life. Like first, second, third step are really cool because you're gonna, if you don't have a higher power, you're gonna find that higher power. You're gonna figure out that he's there to you could surrender everything to him and he's always gonna look out for you. My higher power is Jesus Christ. My favorite steps are 5th and 6th because you get to learn about all those character defects you have that don't work for you anymore and all the assets that you do have that you really like about yourself. 8th and 9th, you get to make amends and apologize to the people you've hurt in your past. And then so I don't know, my recommendations to people in treatment, like work your steps, get a sponsor. That's what's saved me. My higher powers help me stay clean. I hit my knees. I read my Bible every single morning. That helps me stay clean. And I just have a life beyond my wildest dreams. I'm at 2 years, 8 months. And like, it's just exciting. Every day is exciting because it gets better than the day before that. And anything I go through, I know I can get through it because I'm clean and I am clear-minded and I have God looking out for me. So I think that's all I got.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling
Thank
on
you.
me and making
Thank
me super nervous.
Yeah, no problem.
Anything I could go through, I can get through.
Anything
Yes.
I can go through,
I can get through.
I can
you
get
said.
through.
Took me a
Good.
second.
What
I'm
you go
slow.
what you go through, you grow through.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a forever.
I was I wanted to ask, was his father Dave? Is that what his
Yes.
name? So is he a father?
No, that's what we call him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
He's a
He's been
chaplain.
I mean,
sober
he
since
said
94. Yeah, he's a chaplain.
1994.
He's a chaplain.
1994.
Yeah.
I just want to know, have we gotten too soft? Like, because I came into the rooms of the 12-step programs in 1996, right? And fentanyl didn't even exist
Yeah.
back then. And back then, they used to tell us to,
Sit down, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Get back. Sit on your feet.
work the steps or die,
Sit on your
motherfucker.
feet. Sit on
Work
your
the
hands.
steps or die, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, they were serious about
Yeah,
that shit, you
yeah.
know? And like, we were young kids. We came in, old timers,
Don't
the
talk.
old timers had like 7 years.
Yeah.
Back then. That was
Yeah.
that was like an old timer in Narcotics Anonymous. Have we gotten too soft? Like, are we still telling people to work the steps or die, motherfucker? or does that not work any with these this other generation? What do you
Maybe
think?
they're becoming more defiant, and like, the more you tell us
Because
go left, we
people
go
are
right.
dying
Yeah.
every day
Mm-hmm.
from fentanyl.
That my friend, I forgot to mention in my story, but yeah, that's what it was. He was fentanyl poisoning.
Yeah.
He died 2 Tuesdays ago. I'm actually going to Oklahoma tomorrow. I'm flying out there for a service. So the pastor that's supposed to be doing it, he cannot make it. So I'm going to do it. I was like, whatever, I'll volunteer. I'll do it.
Yeah.
No problem. He was a good friend.
Yeah.
He's a very good friend of mine. Yeah.
I've done 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not a pastor.
Yeah.
Do you want to share, Tracy?
I think she wants sure.
She did. Nod your head.
She just said okay.
Okay. Hi, Tracy.
Hi. I'm Tracy. I'm not an addict. Both of my sons were addicts. I lost my son April 23rd. Fentanyl overdose. One of the services Chad did was for my son. It's really hard. I'm trying to fight back still, trying to get my voice. Some days I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like getting up. And I miss him. And I'm pissed off. I'm pissed that people are dying every single day. And it's just, we're just losing too many people.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't ready to lose my son. And I was supposed to be there a couple days after he died. We had a whole trip planned. I was going to get to see him compete. And he was so excited. And I had to call Chad that Saturday morning. And I was just blowing Chad up because I was just losing my shit. I was like, this can't be real. But this helps. Hearing stories, hearing people talk about recovery. My younger son has not touched anything for about 7-8 months. Well, I guess it's been almost 9 months now, and swears he'll never do it again. He's seen how much this has destroyed me, but this helps. Hearing people talk, hearing people fight back, knowing Chad and Shane are on the front lines. I'll be back in California in about 3 weeks. It's the only place I really feel my son, so I try to make it every 6 weeks so that I can go walk the beach and talk to him. But yeah, thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you for doing the out loud and telling your story. It's needed. People need to hear it because we're not being taken seriously yet.
Thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome.
See, I don't know if like people really truly like understand, like that shit is painful right there, you know, and like if you think for a second that like I'm gonna stop or any, you know, like I don't even have a stop button in me, you know. I didn't have one when I used drugs. Like the only way you could get me to stop was to put me in custody.
Yeah.
I got sober and, you know, I knew God left me here to help other people that suffer from the same thing that I suffer from. So when he gave me that mission, I created Hope by the Sea, you know, and after that, you know, during that I relapsed, went through some really tough shit. After that, I got clean again and he gave me another mission. And then, you know, a year ago, it'll be a year.
Yeah.
It'll be a year on 9/11. I'm going to release a podcast of me, my daughter, and the Persian medium. And the Persian medium.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On 9/11.
Yeah.
I'm going to release that podcast. It's a big one to me.
So she came in and did what happened? Just give us a brief, you know what I'm saying? Like
she came in and she's a medium.
she's a medium.
Yeah.
And she called him back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we talked to him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of crying. It's an amazing podcast. I've been holding on to it for a month and a half, waiting for the anniversary of his death. Yeah, my daughter's still really struggling. You know, she's doing well. But she just got her first apartment, and I'm just telling you guys this so that people hear, because like when I tell these stories and you hear Tracy speak, like I'm asking you to invite a friend to this meeting, because I won't be happy until this meeting is got 100,000 people in it.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody's listening.
Yeah.
Because this isn't about like just us, man. This is so much bigger than us. Like how there's only one way for us to force change, and that's for us all to come back together.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree. Be united.
Yep. It's 1 hour Tuesday night.
Yeah.
You know,
Beautiful time.
It's the best hour of my week.
Well, I have some pretty good hours. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
a pretty great afternoon, actually. All right.
We don't need to know about that.
I'm just saying. Yes, it is in the top. It is in the top
somebody got their
tier.
hand raised.
Nice.
All
There
right,
we go.
let's,
She looks like she's jogging, getting some exercise out there. Yeah, Leela.
Leela.
Oh, she stopped running.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. What
No, I'm
mountain?
not running. I'm just walking.
Oh, what mountaintop?
Can you
I
hear
was
me?
going to say, what
Well,
mountaintop
I
are
just
you
wanted
on?
to come on. Well, I live in Monterey Park in California, so it's really hilly up here.
Good for
so
you.
It's great. So I wanted to come on here real quick because I'm like Tracy. You know, I lost my son to fentanyl poisoning, and like Chad, you know, he lost his future son-in-law, and you know, my son, musician. You know, he had just met the girl he wanted to marry. The craziest thing that I think about right now is, you know, he wrote a song, and it's called "Drug Dealers," and he released it just a couple of days after, you know, he did the line of cocaine that killed him. And like Chad's just said, sometimes, you know, I'm an ex-addict. I've been sober for about 8 years now, and you blame yourself because it's like, shit, maybe if I wasn't an addict, you know, that wouldn't have happened to my son and so on. But I just kind of feel like, you know, with this loss, it was a big loss, of course, me as his mom, but he had a lot of friends, and, you know, it was a sudden death because, you know, I mean, one line of coke, who dies from a line of coke, you know, but we are in the era of fentanyl, who, like you say, and I repeat it, you know, if a plane was going down every day, the government would do something about it. But they're not, you know, which makes me think they're in on it or something.
Yeah, right.
Like they want to kill off our youth. So I don't know. So they could take over. I don't know, but I have, you know, I'll be a year. My son died October the 4th, 2020, and I'm coming up on 3 years. It's a journey, right? It's never gonna end.
No.
But I'm like Chad, you know, I want to use my pain. I want to use my life to make a difference. You know, I can't do it on my own, but that's why I want to be connected with you guys, because if any way at all that I can do, you know, to make a difference. I wanted to share my son's song with you guys because he literally screams in the song, you know, I don't want to die. And I just think of every mom and every kid, because you know, some of the kids that are dying right now, they're like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
You know, they buy something on the internet and then their moms find them, you know, the next morning in their rooms. Like the worst fucking nightmare that you can even imagine. Hey, Tracy, you know, when they say look on the bright side, it's like, how do you look on the bright side of losing your kid, you know? And when I met women that have lost their only kid, I've met women that lost their kids, they're like in their teens, you know, that I say, well, God, thank you for the 31 years that I got with mine. But let's keep it going, guys. And you can depend on me for whatever you need, because I'm all in. And so that's what I wanted to say tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Anybody got that lady's phone number?
Which one?
The one we're just talking? I would like to connect with her.
Yeah, we.
For what I do.
Yeah, we.
Somehow we'll get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could write
I'll
it in the
DM it.
little chat.
Yeah.
Okay,
she can
okay.
I'll
DM.
DM it to you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Can we pick the girl with the?
Michelle?
Yeah. Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hello, everyone. Michelle, alcoholic addict. Thank you for your lead. Something you said that triggered me was the victim mentality. I was just at therapy today. I'm a veteran, and I do therapy. And I told my therapist, I was like, yo, I really think I'm a narcissist. Like, I really don't care about nobody or nothing else. And I was like, but usually narcissists are narcissists because they had to get their own needs met by any means necessary. And that was cool. Growing up as an abused child, being molested and beat on and shit, I didn't have a part in that part. But everything else, definitely. But as I was growing up, I was always, oh, woe is me. Everyone needs to help me. The victim mentality is, I'm the worst person ever. Everyone else is better than me. You got to take care of me. And grandiose is, I'm the best person ever. Everybody else sucks. They still have to take care of me. Being honest about that and breaking down my character flaws and the things that are actually going on with me. I'm about to be 35 and I'm just now starting to be an adult. 18 years of childhood abuse, almost 8 years in the military, and 10 years out. I've lost both of my children to their parents, their other parents. I'm permanently going to be in therapy. And I used to get so mad because I'm like, I didn't even fucking do nothing. Why I got to go to therapy? And why is I'm the problem? And it kind of breaks your heart when you find out that everything you've been doing, every way that you've been coping, going about everything, your emotions, feelings, actions is fucked up. Like, it's all dysfunctional. Like, so it's just like, man. So today I'm very grateful and thankful because something that has come to me, I have a relationship with my higher power. I've always believed in God, but I see that everything has gone wrong in my life because I wasn't putting God first. I was trying to do everything on my own because as a child, I had beef with God because of what was happening to me as a child. I couldn't make sense of it. And then the rest of my life, I was just like, he wasn't there anyway, so I'm on my own. And I'm realizing that every relationship has failed. I've lost my children. I'm not in the military. I don't fuck with my parents because God has set me down for him to guide me. Because no human is going to give me the right answer because no human has been through every fucking thing. So yeah, we're walking each other home and we can help each other with our stories and honesty. And for me, it's like being cut off from everything to hear the truth and the correct guidance from God. So I'm gonna get rid of this victim narcissism. I'll work on my borderline personality disorder and PTSD and find better ways to cope with my loss because it's hard to cope with the loss of people that are still fucking on this planet. And, you know, you still got to just go through that. So I'm learning to be alone and be comfortable with myself, do things that I like, take things one day at a time, and like not make goals that are my own personal goals because I fucking failed at anything. And Chad, like you were saying, I was a grade A gold star piece of shit when I'm drinking and doing drugs and shit like that. Like, so if I can like apply myself in a different light, like, y'all, we might be able to come together and like make it better. I'm just a hopeful little child at heart. Thank you. I'm just a hopeful little child at heart. And being myself and telling my truth is helping me so much. And I feel like from my higher power and creator that us doing that is what's going to help us. Thank you for picking on me and letting me share.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
Yeah, that
sharing.
was nice. That was some real talk right there,
great.
man.
Yeah.
You know, try to imagine that pain a mother goes through. You just can't even put yourself in those shoes. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
Do you guys feel like we should pick on somebody that doesn't have their camera on, or what?
You gotta pick a boy's name because there's a bunch of girls been sharing.
Jay Sanchez.
Oh, right here is my friend Anthony's there. I see his face. Anthony,
Here?
Elvis.
Elvis.
Hey, are you there, bro? I'm not sure. He might be at work. I'm not sure. You can unmute him and see what happens.
If you can't share.
Are you there, bro?
What's up, y'all?
Oh, there he
Yeah.
is.
I was trying to figure out how to share the video. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Couldn't figure it out. So
It says
I
start.
just put
It's
that up
push the
there.
button. It says start video.
Here's start video.
Yeah, we just asked you.
There you go.
Oh, there he is. He's
Dun,
up
dun,
there.
What's up, y'all?
dun. Hey, what's happening?
Oh, he disappeared.
Where'd he go? He's gone.
He pressed X by accident.
Oh, shit.
That's funny. He'll be
He's
back in 5
gone,
minutes.
gone.
Yeah.
He played the "Oh, my phone disconnected."
Yeah.
Oh, my dog ate my homework trick.
Yeah.
What do you notice that we have a lot of women on our
Yeah.
I really feel I just want you ladies to know that I feel like proud that so many women attend this meeting. It makes me feel like this is a safe place, which is important to me. Like I want everybody to feel like it's a safe place, but especially women, you know? All right, let's pick one more person and then we'll end it unless somebody has a burning desire. Let's go with, how about our good friend up in the very, very, Rachel. I like Rachel.
Rachel Vaughn.
Yep. Rachel's cool.
Hi,
Rachel.
guys.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm God thing you called on me. I've been biting my tongue. Today was the first day of my substance abuse class for my bachelor's program in social work. And one thing has just really been eating at me. She asked us, you know, like what our experience is with substance use. And I told everyone I'm a recovering addict. I've been clean for 11 years, sober for 5. And throughout the Zoom meeting that we had, she corrected us and said it's no longer called addicts. We're not going to use that. We're going to say substance dependent. And I also am old school. The first NA meeting that I went to out of my second rehab, one of the old timers, when we walked in, he said, today, you guys are victims. You walk through the door victims, but now you know that there's a solution. And if you go back out, now you're a volunteer. And I hated that guy. I hated him. And then I went back out and I get it. Like he's not wrong. I'm old school. I mean, it says either big book, NA book. I don't remember which, but it says we looked for a softer, easier way and we couldn't find it. So my fear going into this professional part of my recovery to help others like me, like you said, like I'd be dead if somebody said, oh, are you substance dependent? No, I needed an old timer to sit back and tell me, you're a fucking drug addict.
Right.
You need to admit it. Like, quit doing dope.
Yeah.
These are the steps. This is what it's going to take for you to get clean. Work as hard at getting clean as you did at getting high.
Yep.
Love it.
I don't want to be that little counselor that's like, oh, come here. Are you substance dependent? It's just really been bothering me today. And like you said in your share, because I'm honest today, there are still times like maybe I was in the bathroom too long and I have to come out of the bathroom and I have to explain why I was in the bathroom that long. I have to like, my daughter and I have a great relationship now, but in 2011, when I OD'd, I should have died. They didn't use Narcan. God brought me back, like you said, to help other people, but my kid found me. And DCFS took her from me and she didn't speak to me for years. And now we're best friends. Like my little granddaughter, 3, first day of pre-K today. I was the first person they called this morning before she got her dressed. I was the first person they called when she came home from pre-K. They came over and swam with us. And I just have regular sober people problems today. And I really appreciate your share. I also have a hard time like making my brain understand that I don't have to explain the truth because it's the truth. So thanks for picking on me, you guys. I love this meeting. I keep inviting people. Fingers crossed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Appreciate that. Should we let Elvis share real quick though? He's back.
Oh yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
Anthony, you still there, bro? Go ahead.
Oh,
he disappeared.
Where'd he go?
Where'd he go? There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Sorry about that, gentlemen.
No
I don't know
worries.
what happened. I think it just connected to my car and it kicked me off. So, but yeah, I'm here. What's up, guys?
What's happening?
Not much. Just living life, trying to get back on track.
You at work? Or you off
No,
work, or-
I just got off. I'm on my way home, but you guys came on and I got an invite, so I pulled over at Walmart and tried to jump in there and see what's cracking.
Okay, but you want to share anything? You probably got like a burning desire. You got like maybe a minute or so to share something.
Okay, so it's been rough for me the last 4 weeks of my life. My life changed dramatically. I went from being a director of client advocacy to losing everything and having to start completely over. And thankfully, I had some good people that were by my side that guided me through. But I'm just grateful and thankful to have like people like Alika in my life that give me that guidance and that hope that I need, you know, when in times like this. So I just been trying to hang in there, stay faithful, and try to find my way back. So, but I'm working again. So it's been rough.
Love you, bro. Thanks for sharing.
Me too.
Thanks for sharing. Keep moving on. We got one hand raised in it, and I know this person, so I think it's extremely important we allow her to share. Hi, Alicia. You're still muted. No, I think she left. No, she's right there.
She's right there.
Are we there?
Yeah, there you are.
We're there.
I was trying to unmute, but it wouldn't let me unmute.
No worries.
Thank you for allowing me to share, you guys. First off, I want to start by saying that this meeting, you and everyone in the meeting is, and when I say this, like drastically changed my life. A little bit about me, I guess, and I had a good life. I had a good life going for myself. I went to prison after being a heroin addict for 9 years. And then I, did all the things I was supposed to. I wanted a good life and I got a good life. I was clean for 5 years up until about a year ago. And I thought that weed and alcohol wouldn't be a problem. And it was. I drank like a fish and I didn't even like alcohol before. I guess I'm just chasing something to make me feel something, right? And about a month and a half ago, I picked up something that I never would. I never said I never would pick up. And it scares me, honestly, because I'm the type of addict that goes and goes and goes and goes. Like, and unfortunately, I don't like half the time. I don't like myself, and I don't want to be here. So, that's just like where I'm at right now. I have a really great opportunity coming my way, and I know it's God. I have really good friends that I just brought to this meeting for the first time, and they are pretty much on the same wavelength as me. This is my buddy, Will.
Hi, up, Will.
I'm grateful for this meeting and for another chance at life. That lady, I don't know, like there was one of two people ago, and she said that people told her that once you choose to go back out, like that's on you, pretty much. And I feel like, honestly, a punk bitch, excuse my language, for going back out because and picking up what I picked up. Like, I don't know. I know my life is going.
Tell us what you pick up.
Fentanyl. Yeah. And it's like my addict was just there waiting for me because I like picked it up, and I guess I go just as hard as I did when I was doing heroin. I had a really big heroin habit, and for a month and a half, how many pills I'm smoking is pretty crazy. So I just don't want to feel what I'm feeling, you know what I mean? So anything that makes me not feel that is what I'm doing. But I, like, deep down in my heart, I don't want to do it. I don't want to die. I want to be the person that I was, you know what I mean? That I am. But I know if I, like, it's really hard for me to reach out for help too. And that's why, like, I go so far down so quick. But I feel like God had a better plan for my life. Like I said, when I saw your guys' Instagram 3 weeks ago now, and I've been in the meeting ever since. And it literally, I look forward to it every week. It's changed my life. And I'm just really grateful for you both in this meeting. That's all I got tonight.
Thanks,
All right,
Liz.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for sharing.
And please, DM, go to Hopeaholics, DM. I'll call you back. I'll text you. I'll call you.
She's already in contact.
We've had a couple
with,
calls. Okay, nice.
yeah.
Beautiful. Good.
I've talked to her.
Nice.
I'm super grateful. I have a bed for you. It's waiting. And I know you're talking to Jordan, so just let me know. Proud of you for coming to this meeting and really getting honest and sharing. It's so hard. Like I've been there. Like I'm a relapser, and I remember sitting in the Costa Mesa Alano Club high as fuck, too scared to share and tell everybody that I was loaded. I mean, you could tell because like I don't look like this guy when I'm loaded.
Yeah.
I'm weighing about $120.
Soaking wet.
$130.
Soaking wet.
Yeah. You know, and everybody in the meeting was the FBI.
I remember those days.
Yeah, no good. No
Yeah,
good.
outside in the bushes.
Anyways, everyone, another great, amazing meeting. Like, I feel awesome. I feel like I get to go home. I get to have I'm like, I don't know about you guys, but like for me, when I leave this meeting, it's like almost my bedtime. So I go home. I'm gonna have me some protein pancakes.
Oh.
And do a head dive.
Yeah.
In my bed. And then it's up at 3 a.m. to do this shit all over again.
All over, baby. God, I love it. I can't fucking wait to
Like,
get to
I
bed.
love it. Like, I
love
can't
it.
wait to go to
I
bed.
know. What's on the
because
schedule
I
for
can't
tomorrow?
wait to go get up at
I know.
3 a.m.
I know.
What's on my schedule tomorrow?
Ours.
Oh, well, we're not going to be together.
Oh, we're not?
Oh, just so you guys know, we have this amazing video coming out. Sugar Shane.
Sugar Shane.
We called him Shadiva.
Yeah, Shane Shadiva. That's you.
Shadiva
Shadiva.
and Shadiva.
Yeah.
We went and did some diva shit today.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's really embarrassing. But we got our eyebrows threaded and our nose waxed.
Yeah.
And we videoed the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Hey, how's those cold plunges coming? You still doing
every day,
those?
bro. Twice a day sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
See, see how he turned it to something manly, like a cold plunge? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to take you next.
Yeah.
We're going to get your eyebrows threaded.
Oh,
Nothing better than watching Shane get his nose hairs pulled out.
Lot of nose in there. Lot of nose.
That's how we have fun, though. I mean, is that like,
self-care.
is that lame?
No.
No?
No.
No?
No.
All right. Do you ladies think it's lame? Oh, look at that. Look, there's a tough guy right there. What do you think about that guy? Huh? I think it's pretty funny. Anyways, appreciate everybody for coming to the meeting.
Yeah.
Check us out on, I don't know, don't check us out. Just if you're here, bring a friend next week. Never leave 5 minutes before the miracle happens.
Yeah.
There is always a miracle, guys.
Always.
Just wait it out. It's 5 minutes
Could take
away.
10 years.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, bro. You're still living right and waiting for that miracle.
Yep.
It's coming.
Don't
it's guaranteed.
leave 5 miracles before that happen.
Yeah.
The miracle actually happens every day. There's a miracle every
true.
day. Like for me to get up at 3 a.m. in the morning and go to the gym and do my prayers and meditations, because I am a lazy person by nature, but I choose to do things different. All right, let's pray out, guys.
God.
Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys next week, same time.
Yeah.
Same channel.